Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to IT Basics with Mark. This is going to be a series where I break down the exact skills you're going to need to actually start a career in IT. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to try to be very quick and respectful of your time today and just give you, just a key point on each of these commands here and hopefully help you get past some questions in your next interview or maybe help you on your day-to-day job, whether you're at a help desk or a system administrator. And so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be using either command prompt or PowerShell today, whatever you prefer. I'm just going to use PowerShell to make it easy. That's what I'm used to. And so first, I'm going to show you the basic things that you can also do in command prompt, just to make it easy. We'll go through these very quickly. And so the key command that we'll be using whenever you're first diagnosing an issue would be ipconfig/all. And so as you can see, it just vomited out a ton of information. If you're new to IT, this probably makes no sense to you unless you go through and read it. But what this is it's going to show your IP address, your default gateway, your DNS servers. And if a user ever says, I have no internet, this is almost always the first thing that you're going to want to check just to kind of get more information about that device and also how you can better diagnose it. Another command that you want to be familiar with will be ping. We'll use google.com just for the sake of the video. And so what ping does is it tests whether you can actually reach something. So it replies like this right here. It shows if you have any packet loss and basically tells you if the computer has basic connectivity and if it works or it doesn't work. Another command I want to go over is called tracert. So we can do tracert, we'll do google.com. And so now you're going to see it's slowly, I guess, showing every hop in our connection and how long it takes to reach our destination. And this is how you'll be able to pinpoint exactly where a connection breaks down instead of just knowing something's broken. I know Cisco has a tool called Cisco ISE that goes a lot more in depth and you can learn a lot more from that. But typically you would run that in like a corporate environment or, a big organization. Sorry about that, guys. PowerShell is having an issue there. But another command I want to go over as well is just CLS. So if you're ever having, say we do ping google.com again, and you have this on your screen and you're just working through the PowerShell and you don't want that there, you can just type in CLS and hit enter. It's gonna remove that, kind of like backspacing something on a browser. But yeah, those are the basics that you should always know in command prompt. They're very fundamental. Another thing I want to go over real quick before we stop here is a few PowerShell commands. So PowerShell is Microsoft's more modern scripting tool. Once you're comfortable here, it's going to save you a ton of time compared to clicking through GUIs or menus. And so every PowerShell command follows the same pattern, a verb, a dash, and a noun. Once you know that, a lot of commands become very easy to guess. And so we'll start with one of my favorite. So you can do git dash process and enter. And so as you can see, it just shot out so much information within a second. And what this does, it just shows every program currently running and how much CPU and memory each one is using. And this is exactly what I check on my computer is slow ticket. I don't really get those anymore because I've went to tier 2 and 3. But at tier 1, you definitely are going to get those tickets like, hey, my computer's slow. Immediately, I'm going to go run this PowerShell command, see what's taken most of the CPU and the memory, and I'm going to try to kill what I can to kind of speed up the computer a little bit. Another command I want to go over with you guys real quick is going to be get service. And so this is also, going to show a bunch more information. And what get service does is it shows every background service running on the machine. A lot of people's, the tickets that a feature randomly stopped working, these issues trace back to a service that silently stopped. And you'll be able to see that here, and you can just go through and kind of restart the service. A very simple fix. And then I want to show you guys one last command real quick. I'm trying to keep these very short. I'm just kind of give you a quick rundown on them. But we'll do get child item, obviously with the dash in the middle. And so right here, you're going to see what looks like folders. And so this is PowerShell's version of the old dir command, if you remember that. It's going to list files and folders in your current location. And so this is kind of like a neat thing to know if you're just looking for a certain file or folder and you're in the same directory. And so, yeah, these are the basic commands that we're going to go over today. I want to do something very quick just to get us started. And then as we go through this series, I want to get a little bit more in depth. I know I'm very new to the YouTube space and everything, so I want to try to be as informative as I can, but also not waste your guys' time. In the description below, and I might even throw it on the screen to the side, just the different commands that we went over in this video if you want to go through and research them a little bit more. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.